Hello. I am today starting a project with a dear friend of mine who has allowed me to come into her home. She is a woman that I met and was instantly drawn to because of her grace and her great style. The first time I walked into her home, I just felt this amazing energy, and the way she had decorated was just really impeccable. She's not a interior designer by trade. This is something she does for her passion, but I wanted to share with all the followers on my page to allow you to see that decorating doesn't have to be something that's overwhelming. It doesn't have to be something that costs you a lot of money or requires a big move or a big renovation project. It's really very simple, and I love the way Siddharika uses purpose in everything she does. Her recent love of feng shui has fascinated me, and it's amazing to see how she has used the practices of feng shui and really used those things to enhance the energy within the home. And they've really been a blessing and a great positive influence on the people who live here. So I am really excited for you to meet her and for her to share some of her design and decorating expertise.
Oh, thanks, Emily. And thank you for inviting me to be part of this really fun project. I'm super excited to share a little bit about my home with all of you. And I thought today we'll give you a little tour of my space and share with you my absolute favorite design tip, which is the rule of three. And really all it is the idea of clustering three individual items or three groups of things to make it look like they belong together and make a harmonious group or a unit. And so right now, Emily and I are in my media lounge, and we'll pan the camera around to show you a little bit about what the space looks like. And as we go through the spaces, I will point out some of the areas where I've used the rule of three. We can start right here on our coffee table with this simple arrangement of a plant, this pretty little carved wooden box, and then the short stack of books underneath to create that cluster of three. Or even right here on the TV console, the ball jar with the ferns, the cloche, and then this little metal lamp guard, which I've used as a piece of art. And here we are.
You know, one of the things I love about this room, Siddharika, is the way that you've placed the furniture and the three items that you have. I find it fascinating that that's also the rule of three here in your media room.
Yes, you're absolutely right. So we are now in our foyer, and you can see a little bit of it. And right here on this wall, we have, again, the rule of three, but done in a larger scale. So I have this piece. This is a DIY book page art that I did a couple of years ago, and combined with the bench and the things on top of the bench, again, create that, the cluster of three items. And we'll keep going further in. This is our dining room, and
I love how sleek and sophisticated this area is.
Thank you, sweetie. And this is also our main thoroughfare, main hallway that runs the length of our home. So this little table here, again, you can see the rule of three in action with the art, framed art, the vase, and then the mail sorter. Again, creating that sort of grouping. And because this is sort of our main thoroughfare, this has to function as more than just, aesthetically pleasing piece. So I've kind of used this as functional storage to store some of these, some of my little notebooks where I, jot down notes and any design or organizational ideas I have for the house. But they're pretty enough to be on display, but they're really useful, things that I use on a daily basis.
Fantastic.
And I'll take you in through here to our family room. And here really you'll find a lot of examples of the rule of three on a lot of the surfaces. Starting with the ottoman, in this tray here, there's the mercury glass vase, and then the nautical knot, and then my little vintage magnifying glass that we picked up on a recent trip to Sri Lanka, a favorite of mine. And here on the end table, again, you have this cluster of three, a book, plant, and then this oil warmer. And then up on the mantle, right along the entire length of the mantle, you see the rule of three being played out. On the left side with the terrarium, there's the three faux boxwood greenery. On the right, we have the lantern, the greenery, and then the armillary. And then again in the center, we have the chalkboard, the starfish, and the little books. And there you have it, folks. The rule of three in action. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you guys like to see any more pictures of my home, you can find me on Instagram under Siddharika. And again, I hope you were inspired by this space. Thank you.
Thank you, Starka.